What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned. Might as well just call me late because I like to show up at least a minute late every day at this point. But yeah, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we're gonna do a little bit of infinity bottles. Kind of check out how we can get that done. We're gonna make one. I'll kind of get you guys input from the chat tonight. So welcome, happy Friday. To be honest, I like just woke up. I took a little power nap, so we're just getting it together. But yeah, if you're not watching this live, feel free to click around. We do go live every Friday, 8:45. That's basically what right now is. So let's go ahead and get this show started. Let's check the chat real quick. We have Tuxedo Cat, late every time. Hey. Sean in the chat says, hi. What's going on, bud? Well, so the original plan was to do the Caribou Crossing bottle. And it's still technically the plan, but the wife did get me this, and it's being unused right now. And I have some other plans for that bottle that I didn't actually get done yet. So we may do a swap-a-roo sometime soon, but we're gonna go ahead and start with this one, and then we're gonna kind of build from here. UHD 1081 in the chat says cheers. Bonding over Whiskey says, hey, I made it. About time. You're late. I wasn't late. Just throwing that out there. I wasn't late. But yeah. So when it comes to making a infinity bottle, in my experience, the most important piece is starting with some higher proof stuff. That way when you throw in other bottles, you can still kind of keep that same proof level that you like. Unless you like lower proof stuff, then we're just kind of talking to birds here. But for me, I like to try and keep the proof point between 100 proof to 110 proof would be the sweet spot. But obviously I'm gonna add in things like 90 proofers, or maybe I throw in some Hibiki at 86 proof, right? But when you do that, you gotta kind of balance it out. So we're gonna start off with doing about an ounce to an ounce and a half of the wild turkey. Most people are going to tell you to use the last ounce or two of a bottle. You can do that, definitely. My experience, I usually end up drinking the last bit of the bottle. But what I end up doing for this one, what I'm going to do is just kind of pull from each bottle. I may finish off a few, but the ones that aren't finished, we're still going to pour those up too. So where'd that bottle go? I don't remember where that bottle went. I don't even know if I have the shot pourer in here. My office is a little bit of a mess after yesterday's. I'll tell you that. I can't find anything in here. We'll get to it. Eric in the chat says, cheers peeps. What's going on a Friday? Yeah, bro, Friday. Mr. Lopez is gonna be late. He's always late. His stream doesn't start for another hour or two. Pour the last of that Buffalo Trace. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I also have a little bit of Woodford's Double Oak we're going to put in there. I got some Jack Daniel's single barrel proof that we're going to throw in there. We got some stuff we're going to put in here. I expect this to be fairly decent. If I can find my little shot pour thing. Or we're just going to free ball it and just kind of eyeball it. Probably the best way to do it anyway. But if you guys have been around the channel and you've seen a bottle of mine that you want me to throw in there, let me know what that is, because I got a bunch. So I may just start grabbing random stuff. But let's go ahead and dive in a little bit. Let's start with this one at least. We'll throw over to the second camera real quick. And we're going to start with the Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Everybody's kind of a big fan of this. Everybody loved it yesterday. So I think we just start with that. And I'm not going to hunt down my little pour. I think we'll be all right just eyeballing it until I make a mess. I should have found it. Who knows how much that is. You can't really go wrong with Rare Breed, right? You can pour half of it and I think we'd be okay. So the whole point of a bottle like this, right? If you don't know what it is, or if you haven't made one yourself, it's basically, if somebody comes to your house, right? They can grab Rare Breed, which everybody knows they like. You know what I mean? And You can obviously give them a pour of that, but if you want to make something that's a little bit more unique, something that nobody else is going to have, even yourself, more than that one time, make an infinity bottle. It's basically a blend of your favorite whiskeys, or at least favorite whiskeys. If you're trying to make like a nasty infinity bottle, you can always use the stuff that you don't like, right? And then do experiments with, which I plan to do with some of my stuff. I definitely want to do like a little like, put some of the shit that doesn't taste that good, throw it all together, throw it in an oak barrel, maybe throw some little additives in it and kind of see what we can do to try and bring it back to life. But something like this, I plan to have like a decent bottle that we can make a good old fashioned with and just to have a pretty solid pour every once in a while. Bonding Over Whiskey says, you lost 73 cents of whiskey. You can see that? Brutal, bro. So if anybody didn't miss it, I just woke back up. I normally sleep a little bit longer in the day. The kid had his 2-month doctor appointment today. He went and got some shots. Bro, buddy's fighting over here. You may hear him cry in the background, but he's got a little bit of a fever. So I just stayed up, but then we started watching a little Men in Black. Passed out, and I woke up like 30 minutes ago. So, let's go ahead and finish off this Buffalo. Rest in peace, Buffalo Trace. Speaking of Buffalo Trace, I told you guys they sent me a little email. They said, hey, I want to send you some stuff. I think I know what the stuff is, but I'm not going to judge until it gets here. I got the UPS update. It should be here June 6th at the latest. So expect a little video, and we'll do like an unboxing together, see what they sent me. So finish off this Buffalo Trace in here. Rest in peace, bottle. Louis in the chat. Sean says, yesterday you streamed, you didn't answer any of my questions. I didn't see your questions, but what were they? I wish I would have took a sip before I poured it out, because I can go for some Buffalo right now. Let me get a pour to kind of like hang out with. You know what I mean? That's probably the best way to do it. Let's do some E.H. Taylor. Right? Some stuff that may taste a little... Bro, I don't even have my Glens in here. You guys hold the chat for a second. I gotta go to the dishwasher. I'm running all over the place here. What a stream, right? Wouldn't be a Friday if I didn't like have my shit all over the place. Let's put these over here. Bonnie says, a sick kid is rough when they make sure everyone knows. He's not necessarily sick, but like, it was his first shot, so he's got like a low grade fever, but he's definitely letting it known that he's uncomfortable. Tuxedo Cat says, better be some good shit. If not, they can stab themselves. I don't know what that is. He says, no, not the E.H. Taylor. No, you don't want me to drink that? What do you want me to drink then? Louis says, the full lineup of BTAC. Hey, let's get it. Tuxedo says, if they send that, I'm going to rob them or rob him myself. Guys, I mean, I'd love for them to send that. I'm 99% sure it's a Bottled Travelers, but who knows? Because that's why they reached out to me, was the Travelers video. Bonding Over Whiskey says, man's like me putting them Glens in the dishwasher, come out cleaner. I use them so often, I don't have time to clean them. So we, let's put a little bit of this in there in a minute. I was running 100 miles a second at the end there. So I had to get all the cameras set up and everything. I was running late. So I got everything together and I just forgot everything in the dishwasher. So that's my bad. Bonnie says, I feel like they'll send them a couple samples of all the White Dogs and the 375 of Buffalo, Eagle Rare, and Blands. I wouldn't be mad. I checked the weight, though. I don't think the weight doesn't look like it's going to be that much in there. Watch it be the antique collection. You guys think I got some serious clout. Okay. We'll see. We'll see next week. Don't be disappointed if it's not all that stuff. I bet you it's a bottle of Travelers and a sticker. You know what I mean? A little receipt that says, hey, pay here. Where? There it is. All right. Let's put a little of the EH in. I'm not going to put a lot of this stuff because I actually really like this bottle. But a little splash of it never hurt nobody. I just spilled a drop too. Just spilled a drop. I wish I would have had a funnel. I know I don't have a funnel, so I'm not even going to go look for that. All right, so far we got some Wild Turkey, rare breed, which that alone is coming in at the 116.8 proof. We have some Buffalo Trace, just some regular basic. We got a splash of the E.H. Taylor small batch. To kind of keep the base at a higher proof, I think we go with the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, because this alone is going to help keep it at a higher proof, because this is 133.3 proof. And I do think it'd be smart if we just did 2 ounces of this. 22 cents of whiskey loss there? Maybe. It was more like 1 drop, you know? Bonding says, I was being realistic. You get that package the day I take my driver's test. Convenient. Convenient, you could probably drive here then. Bonnie, you driver's test. Or are you going to for a CDL license or something? Whew. Or you can smell the proof on that boy. We may come back to that. I feel like maybe wasn't enough. But yeah. So you guys let me know, out of the other Buffalo Trace products that I got here, Blanton's, Eagle Rare, or Weller, which one would you prefer that I put in there? Obviously the Weller is going to be the wheated, so it's going to be a little bit sweeter, but kind of all the Buffalo Trace stuff is sweet, so I kind of put that all in the same group. So you let me know which one of those you think is going to be better. And while we do that, let's do a little bit of Heaven Hill Bottled in Bond. I think this bottle to me is really solid itself. Got decent flavors. It is 100 proof, so we're still keeping, above 100 proof going for the base. So I think for this is going to be a solid additive to the bottle. Bonnie Boise says, no, I waited until I turned 22 for basic license, live in an area with a lot of accidents, scared my mother, so she made me wait until we moved. Brutal. She gets her way or nothing happens at all. I get it. Yeah, Tuxio says, good luck on the test. Everybody, we'll tune in that day to wait for the results. Just know if you fail, we're going to be all here waiting. I mean, I don't know. The driver's test was fine for me. The written test is where it messed me up. Oop, almost overfilled that thing. I should have got a funnel. Let's see. I guess I should have left all this stuff down here, right? That would have been smart. I don't want to run out of room. All right, let's grab the jack. And it's got that thing on it again. That's weird. Well, boys, so far, so good. I also don't care to necessarily to fill this up all the way, because I think being able to have room to add it in as we kind of open up some bottles would be pretty nice. You guys just kind of know I open and try more bottles than most people when it comes to this stuff. So I think leaving room to be able to allow it to keep changing as we go would be pretty cool. Eric says, if he passes, we're going to road trip to your place and snatch that antique collection you're getting. Just let me know the day and time. Bonding over Whiskey says, if I, it's moving. It says, if I pass it, is the day I will open up my Jack 10. There's no written test due to my age, just a 6-hour course and a 1-hour safety course on texting and driving and $25. You have a 6-hour driving portion? What do they fucking have you do? Pick up their laundry? Holy crap. Bro, my entire driving test was like 20 minutes. I got in, said I was here. I had to get my own car, and we drove around the block. And the whole thing, you couldn't go over like 10 miles an hour anyway. It was annoying because my car just cruises at 10 miles an hour. Tuxie says, we're all coming, like how they were going to raid Area 51. Now we're raiding Florida. Hey, just let me know. I'll get the bar set up. Let's see. All right, continuing with the high proof stuff, right? Again, we're going high proof today. We're going to do some Redwood Empire cast strength, pipe dream cast strength. This one's solid as itself, but this is coming in at 116.8 proof. Again, everything so far has been 100 proof, above 100 proof besides the Buffalo Trace. So I think this will be pretty good to keep in Jesus, I can't even talk today. Keep in the bottle as well to keep up that proof. No online course, actual driving test will be an hour. Oh, it probably won't even be an hour. He'll probably be like, all right, we're good. Get back. Eric says, if we were to tell you when we were coming, then you could hide it. It's about the element of surprise. I'd be careful, because if you come here on a surprise, I don't like to be startled. I'll notice when you're coming when I go live and nobody's in the chat. So far, smells pretty decent. Where's that Woodford's Double Oak? This is a 375 liter of the Woodford's Double Oak. I got this as part of like keeping, kind of building the best bar under 250, I believe, was when I got it. This was also on sale too, so I mean, decent, But it's time for it to go. You know what? Building a infinity bottle also kind of helps. This kind of helps you do some spring cleaning, I got a table full of bottles over here that would not fit up here in any of this stuff. So kind of finishing off a couple bottles is going to make some room, So if you ever need to make some room and you got some bottles that are almost out the door, make an infinity bottle. Woodford's Double Oak is going to add to that sweetness though, and on a little bit of the oakier side as well, which is going to be pretty nice. UHD does laughing face. If you guys haven't already, if you're in the chat, make sure to hit the like button, that we get some new fellers in here so everybody can kind of have some friends too. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. That's a given though. Bonding Over Whiskey says, I also got a 375 double oak. Didn't know if I'd like it being lower proof than my comfort zone. Come on. You're going to like it. Woodford's double oak is by far my favorite. I don't know why. It's not about the proof. It's more about the taste. I like it in old fashions. I like it neat. I like it over ice. It's just all enough for me, well-rounded, just really good. But that's me though, right? Because I'm a little bit different. That's always been my go-to. And the wife usually buys me one for like Christmas, like the bigger bottles. So I don't think I've ever had to buy my own. Bonding Over Whiskey says, it's gone. I got toasted marshmallows and made marshmallows that made way too cheap vanilla frosting, which is nostalgic. On the Woodfords, bro, the Woodfords for me is like a chocolate sundae. Bro, it has really good chocolate notes, super sweet. The oakiness pairs well. It does have tons of vanilla in it, so it's solid. Taylor Dom in the chat says, cheers, call me old fashioned, and everyone, happy Friday peeps. Everybody's like, Tater in the house, Tater in the house. Copying me, huh? The thief has arrived, Jesus. Bonding won't let that go. What I do want to add into this bottle, which is the lower proof, I do want to add some Hibiki, because I think it's different from everything else that's in there, right? And with it being a Japanese whiskey, being lower proof, but having like the citrus and floral notes, I think it's going to do, I'm hoping it does something good to this bottle. Rather than everything else so far is in the same realm, right? It's all bourbon or whiskey that has those vanillas, the caramels, maybe touches of cinnamons and some have sweeter notes. You know what I mean? But this is being completely different, so I think this would help change the bottle for the better. This bottle is a little pricey to put in there, but we're doing it anyway. I mean, a lot of stuff I've kind of put in there has been a little pricey, but am I making the most expensive infinity bottle? Is that what we're doing here? It might be. Now the question is because everything is in the bourbon realm, right, and like the sweeter side of things, not so much the rye spice or the spicier side, should I add some rye into this? You know what I mean? Should I dive in deep with it? Tuxedo Cat says, Oilers take the lead in the first. I don't care who comes out on that side, to be honest. Bonding says, you need that BTEC lineup to go in there, and that'll be the most expensive infinity bottle. That's true. You couldn't just let me have it? I was going for the clickbaity stuff, you know? Most expensive infinity bottle ever, you know? I mean, the cast strength Pipe Dream, that's like an $80 bottle. You have the Wild Turkey, which is basically the $50, $60 bottle. Heaven Hill, I don't know, $50. This one is a smaller bottle. So I got, this bottle is kind of cool though, right? This Jack Daniel's single barrel, this is a 375, but I got this one because for the single barrel proof, when you got the 750 bottles, they were all like 125 proof, 128 proof. Some was even lower than that. And when I was looking around, I was really looking for the higher proof bottles. And this one is 133.3 proof. It's one of the highest ones that I've seen. So that's why I picked that one up and went with the smaller guy. Solid pickup though. It's really good. Kat says, I vote no rye. That's okay. What I will add in is gonna be, let's put some age into it, right? Let's see, what's this one? You have the Russell's Reserve 10-year, which is a 90 proofer. So going back down to a little bit lower proof, but for the age and the flavor that's on this one, you can't really beat that. And I think it would be a solid additive to this bottle. That was, I wish I wasn't talking, that was a solid cork pull. Let's see. All right. I wish I knew how to create, maybe I do know how to create a poll. Can I create a poll? Maybe I do it on here. Let's do this. Nope, I don't know how to do it anymore. How do I do it? You can tell by the way I... Dun, dun, dun. So let me go back over to this. Oh, that's kind of cool. I can see who's in the chat at all times on this part. Looks like Eric left the chat. Either that or his stuff's not private. Or not public. One of the two. That's kind of cool. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to create a little poll on this thing, but maybe they took it away. Oh, here we go. All right. Or oh my God. What is that one? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, it's not letting me have any more parts, but we'll do this. There we go. Threw in a poll. All right, so I want to add in one of two bottles, right? Kind of get your guys' side from it as well. Should we add in either the Old Forester 1920 or Penelope Architect, right? I think both would be decent. Architect's going to bring in that vanilla flavor, right? And it's got some oak to it as well, so I think that would be a pretty solid additive. But 1792 overall is just a beast. You know what I mean? So which one of the two should I add in? You guys go vote in the poll, and yeah, and then we'll kind of see how that works. Bottom of Voicey says that's cool. We can answer the poll from the stream. Yeah, that's the whole goal. I'm trying to figure out all the tools of this stuff. I did figure out how if somebody subscribes, you'll be able to see it on screen. It will pop up, and I also customized it to be my logo. Most of the time, we don't get a lot of new people when we do these, square streams, but you never know. Tuxedo Cat says, my vote. He loves the 1920, so that's where he's going. You know I'm just kidding, right? I feel like I just put a little target on my back with that. So far, it's got some decent color to it, though. I think that buffalo that we put in, we put probably just a little bit more than that, so it is still a little bit lighter, but it's still got that amber color, which is pretty solid. Oh, I can't see the pole from my side for some reason. Am I tripping? Cat says I'm suing for defamation. Though I love 1920 nearly as much. You guys can see the pole, right? I'm not just crazy. Oh, yeah, there it is. My bad. So far, it looks like Penelope Architect is in the lead. So, Bonding Over Whiskey says it's 80-20 Penelope. Oh, I can see it on this one way better. I should have just been on this thing. I'm all over the place with that, huh? Well, boys, I have a wedding I have to shoot tomorrow. It's gonna be a little rough, but I will make it home in time to try and bootleg the fights. So at least the main fight. So maybe I pop on. We do a little reaction to that if I'm still alive. Bonning says we can see it. It's 83-17 Penelope. My bad. 80-20 is the best ground beef. Sometimes depends on what we're cooking, but I won't lecture on it. I'm not a cooking channel. Cat in the dust then with the 1920. Cat actually is like obsessed with Penelope Architect. He doesn't really, I mean, I'm sure he likes the 1920, but he could care less if that goes in when Penelope's on the line. The bottle so far has Buffalo Trace, just regular, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Heaven Hill Bottled in Bond, Redwood Empire's Cask Strength, Pipe Dream. You have Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof, that's 133.3 proof. Some Woodford's Double Oak. And right now we are voting on either Penelope Architect to go in or 1920 from Old Forester. Tater Dom says, can we redo the poll, please? I don't see mellow corn on the poll, boys. That wasn't one of the options, and I wouldn't put that in anyway. Bloody in the chat. Cheers, everyone. What's going on, bud? Bonnie Over Whiskey says I was go 93.7 unless making a burger. He knows what he's doing there. The burger's got to be 80-20. Let's see. Let's add in one of these makers as well. So depending on which one wins out of this poll, which is probably going to be Penelope, one of these were heavy vanilla, right? And I believe that was the 2021. 2020 was more the berries and everything like that. So that's probably what we're going to go with. Eric says, just put them both. Fuck it. No, that's the whole point of the polls, is to let you guys vote on it, you know? Get you guys interacting, feeling part of the bottle, not just me just picking off everything on my shelf. Tuxedo says, bro, Tater just dissed you hard. You ain't gonna take that, are you? Me? Cheers, Jesus? Me? Cat says, I forgot I have the wrench. Can't be instigating stuff. I mean, I didn't think he did anything bad. I can't. I don't. Maybe I couldn't see it. Mellow Corn is the goodest whiskey in the world. Okay, I don't know about that, but I don't. No, I don't. That's not even close. Tuxedo Cat says, you can't put Penelope Architect in without putting in Maker's 46. Well, I don't have the Maker's 46, but this one is the private selection, and it does have Maker's 46 stave profile in it. So this is close enough. I mean, what else can we vote on? Let's see. We have that. Let's see. Let's do another poll as well. Let me go back out of here. It looks like Old Forester 1920 was demolished, so we're gonna end that one. Let's do another. Let's say, let's see. Oh, that's just small batch. Or all right, this poll is going to be a little bit different, right? It's going to be either Michter's small batch, which is basically the small batch bourbon, the Kentucky bourbon, or Jack Daniel's triple mash. So you guys can feel free to vote on that one as well. It's both are very good. I think triple mash brings a little bit more complexity, but that's just me. But that's what we're here for, is to let you guys kind of vote on it as well. While we let that one roll, let's bring down the Penelope. Get that pouring. And I think I'm gonna have a little pour of this one too, because it's been a while, you know. Cat says, who's the two chumps that voted for 1920? Bro, Eric's like, I know, right? Those bastards can't vote anymore. I keep forgetting I like 1920. Just Architects makes me forego all memory. Triple Mash Gang. I know those bastards can't vote anymore. It's like doubling up in here. Bloody says, Penelope 15-year light whiskey is legit. I have not had that one, but I hear it's really good. This one, this Penelope in particular, if anybody's curious, it's 104 proof. It is going to be build number 7. It's a 4-year age, so it does have some age to it, but this one to me is like vanilla syrup, if that makes sense. I don't know. I can't remember the way I describe it. Vanilla ice cream. Let me try it again. I'll let you know what it is. It's been a minute since I've had this one. Have I had Penelope at this house? I know the old office, kinda, where it was just the black backdrop. I know I was drinking Penelope all the time there. Bonding Over Whiskey says, voted Penelope and Michter's. Louis says, you got any Amberana finish? No, not anymore. I do want to go get the RD1 bottle because I keep seeing it everywhere and everybody's saying it's like, I can't remember what they said, but I remember when I looked at it, I was like, that looks like it'd be solid. You know what I mean? Oh wait, I was gonna get a pour of that. But that's kind of the benefit, Louis, that's the benefit of like an infinity ball. It's not going nowhere. So once we go to the store, we get a bottle of Amberana again, we can add it to it, see how it changes it. So Eric says, Tuxedo, I voted 1920 and Michter's. Damn. Friendship's over, it looks like. The poll right now is 50-50. Tied. And everybody's leaving the chat, so it looks like it's going to stay that way. Bonding says, does look solid. My light's getting blocked over here, but let me do this. Tater Dom says, the only Penelope I've ever tried was the Rio, and it was I need to revisit soon. I haven't had the Rio either, but if you've never had the Architect, a lot of people, I mean, it depends. Like if you like the vanilla and the oakier profile, then Architect is for you. If you don't, then don't waste your money on it. Louis says, any high proof ryes? Most people have been telling me to not add the ryes in. The highest proof rye I have is, what's that one? I don't know. The Bardstown's not crazy high. It's 96 proof. Redwood Empire is probably like 90 proof. I have one up there. I can't see what that one is. Louis, I'm just now getting back into the rye. So honestly, I don't have the biggest rye collection. I don't know what that proof is up there on that one, but my profile is definitely more on like the children's side. I like the sweeter stuff. I love vanilla notes. You know, give me a little chocolate note as well. I'm all about it. But yeah, I haven't really cared for the ryes. After I got this Bardstown rye, the Origin series, as soon as I had that, I'm like, okay, let's start revisiting ryes because it is really good. So I think I just had a few that really didn't sit well with me. So I stayed away from it for a while. That Architect's solid. Eric says, TC, I thought you demoted me. I thought I was your VP. I just want to point out before he does eventually pop in the chat, it is 9:29 Eastern time, which means it's definitely time for Mr. Lopez to have arrived, and he would be late. Just wanted to throw that out there because he's demanding that we change the stream time. Where are we at with this one? Too many from hiring too many cabinet members. I'm gonna go ahead and add this Michter's in, or not Michter's. My bad. The Makers, because I think this will be very good in it. This one is also keeping it up with the proof as well. This is a 109.9 proof. So Bloody 81 says old Overholt 10 year is a good one to try. Won't disappoint. I do have a store holding the 12-year Bullet rye, so I'll be having that one soon. All right, which one else did I want to throw in here? Somebody let me know what the poll's at. Is it still tied? Is it still tied up? Because right now we're voting on the Jack Daniel's triple mash to go in or Michter small batch. And then we'll do one more as well. Tater says, any of the Corbin cash picks are awesome high-proof ryes, Louis. Just poured some Overholt rye right now. Just want to kind of make sure you guys know. I did a poll like on my community tab, and I asked, what does people prefer? Either ryes or just like bourbon. And I think bourbon like destroyed rye. It was like rye was so small that I'm like, why do I even talk about ryes? Now all you guys are in the chat going, where's the ryes? They're saying you could have had a vote. Looking tasty. Looking tasty. I'm running out of room on my table. And I just want to kind of point out, I built this table from IKEA. But still, that's a little dangerous if you're letting me build something. So this table may go, you never know. Kind of rhymed. Louis says, love me some Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye. I can't find that one, but I do want that one as well. I can't, oh, I can go back here actually, couldn't I? It's still tied up. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna end this one. I'll be the deciding factor. I'm gonna put the triple mash in. Let's do one more. Let's do what is this one? Dun, dun. I don't think you can see it here. I just got one of those labels that are just a pain to see. Tuxedo says, okay, the poll's tied. We need a tiebreaker. I'm going to break the tie. I'm going to put in the triple mash. I personally like the triple mash more, but you never know. Louis says, Booker's needs to make some more of that rye that was phenomenal once upon a time. True that. I haven't had the Booker's rye either. I feel like I missed out. As soon as I stopped drinking ryes, apparently all these great ryes came out, and then I just never got into it. You know, got left in the dust. This is the Clyde's made. I brought it up just in case nobody knew what it was. Because anytime I talk about this bottle, most people don't know. So this, I did get it from Total Wine. I got it on sale, but it's a Clyde's May 5-year aged single barrel straight bourbon whiskey, single barrel select for Total Wine. It's 102 proof, barreled back in 2017. Aged in a 5-year in charred American oak barrels. So it's okay. It's not the best I've ever had. You guys haven't really seen me drink it, but it also stays on the top shelf, so I don't really mess with it. All right, let's add in that triple mash. Let's get this over here for now. We just have like a pile of bottles over here now. I feel like we've gone too far. All right, dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Bro, are we deadlocked again at 50-50? 6 votes, 50-50 again. You guys can't get on the same page, can you? So I'm gonna add either the old Granddad Bonded or the Clyde's Made Single Barrel 5-year. The last one I'm gonna add in is gonna be obviously my Bardstown, 126.8 proof. It's gonna keep the proof up. It's got all the sweetness to it. It got the chocolate note that I really like. So this is like just a really solid additive in my opinion. So solid. I wish there was a way for me to know exactly what the proof was. I'm not that, I'm not a scientist. I couldn't tell you. But my shelf's looking a little naked. I'm going to put some back. Tuxedo Cat got mad earlier when I copied him, so I got to vote different. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. So far, we have a lot in here, though. We have the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Heaven Hills Bottled and Bond, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof, that's 133.3 proof. We have some Buffalo Trace, some Penelope Architect, Woodford's Double Oak, Bardstown Single Barrel, which is also another pretty higher proof. It's 126.8 proof. We have the Redwood Empire Cast Strength, which is 116.8 proof. We have some Makers, but it's the Makers Private Selection 2020 Private Selection that is more on the like red fruit berries with some vanilla, more on the red fruit berry side. So that is definitely on the, this is definitely going to be on the sweeter side for bourbons, I'd say. But I do think we've kept the proof up, so it should be pretty solid. We do have some E.H. Taylor in there. What else? I think that's pretty solid for now. We'll do the last one. Louis says 9 people watching. Someone please pick one. Somebody pick and vote on the poll so we can add this bottle in. We're 50-50. We got Old Granddad Bonded at 50 and Clyde's Made Single Barrel 5-year at 50%. So one of them has to be voted in. One of them, one's got to go. Somebody says, I think the 7th person is calling me old-fashioned from his own phone. It could be. Because I'm in the chat, checking the poll. Well then, just so you guys know, once we get done with this live, I am going to switch over to the vertical and do some random shit on that one. So we have the votes are in. Somebody has voted. Old Granddad Bonded is the winner. I'm going to end the poll before somebody makes it 50-50 again. So that is the winner. Old Granddad Bonded. Old Granddad Bonded is solid. I wish it was the 114. I don't have any more of that one. But we make do with what we got. Old Granddad Bonded, though, is the It does say it's a high rye mash bill, though. I haven't touched this bottle in I don't know how long. It just looks cool on the shelf, you know? So. Tater Dom says, remember to hit that like button from your own phone. I can't do that. It doesn't let me. But I appreciate it. You guys saw that? Did anybody see that? Bonnie says, I just didn't like the Clyde's Made I tried. Clyde's Made is probably not definitely not the best I've had. I have this 3 little like tasting pack right here. Let me zoom in. Let's see if anybody else has had this. It is bro, that light is not working over here. I got too many bottles. Basically, it's 3. It's the original Alabama style whiskey. It has the straight bourbon whiskey and the straight rye whiskey. So it looked cool, and it was also like $3. So it was on sale, like they were just basically giving it away. Mr. Lopez says, don't forget to sub and smash that like button, folks. Everybody's saying he's here. I told you he's late, though. There's no excuses for being late, apparently. Lopez, laugh face, what's up, bro? He's going to get mad. He didn't hear me say, like, once this stream is done, I'm going to switch over to the vertical. That way we can get some new people in here as well. Bonnie says, I'm a Beam Suntory fan as well. Vote was sealed. Hey, your vote's your vote. That's the whole point. Is I wanted you guys to kind of participate in it a little bit, kind of be able to pick what goes in it. You never know. If it's really good, maybe we'll do like a sample of it or something. I don't know. I don't know how to do all that, but we'll all figure it out. I'm really digging the pour tonight of the Penelope, though. I'll tell you that. Really solid. Just for Mr. Lopez, since he missed everything, what's in our Infinity bottle is basically Jack Daniel's Triple Mash, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Buffalo Trace, just regular Buffalo Trace, Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, Penelope Architect, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof at the 133.3 proof, Woodford's Double Oak. We have the Maker's 2020 Private Selection, which is like 109 proof, Old Granddad Bonded, E.H. Taylor, Redwood Empire Cask Strength. We have a little bit of Hibiki, not much, it's like 1 ounce of Hibiki. Bardstown Single Barrel, Russell's Reserve 10-year. We got some stuff in there. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. You know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. This stream is brought to you by, you know what I mean. Tuxedo says, just chillin' eating lemon heads. How are you? Who eats lemon heads? Bro, he's like, I'm fucking up some gummy bears. I could go for some like good gummy bears. Like the forest one. You know what I mean? Like that. I think it says it's organic. I don't know. I could go for a good gummy bear though. Mr. Lopez says, can't wait for my sample. I could do a giveaway for the samples, but Tater Dom would win. Mr. Lopez says, lemon heads are good, don't hate. I like candy, but every time I eat candy, I feel bad, so then I don't like eating the candy, if that makes sense. I'm like weird with it. All right, let's give this Infinity bottle a try, and hopefully we didn't just waste a bunch of whiskey and turn it into like some slop. You know what I mean? What I'm expecting from what we've poured in, I'm expecting to be at least like 105 proof feel or like drink like 105. I'm expecting it to be on the sweeter side, and I'm hoping that it's gonna have a little bit more than the average oakiness. I do expect it's going to be more vanilla than red fruit, though. Tuxedo says he used to call them melon heads till the doctor was like, "You're dyslexic." My wife tries to tell me I'm dyslexic all the time, so. Let me get a little bit more water. Bonding says, love the idea of a giveaway for your sample of your concoction. I'd have to figure out how to do that, but I think that'd be kind of cool. And then that way you guys can kind of try what I have here. I'm sure there's a way, I just don't. I probably have to order like a sample bottle or something. I'll just duct tape this and send it to you. You know what I mean? Give me a second. It's strange. But like good strange? I think I had too much water in my mouth. Water bottle? A water bottle? Yeah, right. Water bottle and a coffee can? Nobody will expect a thing. Tuxedo Cat says those little glass sample bottles wrapped in bubble wrap. That's what I'm saying. I have the bubble wrap since we moved. My wife told me I wasn't allowed to throw it out. There's like a closet full of it. Bro, this is higher proof though. The finish on this thing is like in my throat. It's got to be the Jack Daniels. It's solid though. It's definitely like, I don't know. Maybe I should drink it on a separate day because like I know exactly what went in, so I can like almost pull out each bottle. The Architect is very prominent in it, but that may be because like a lot of those bottles had vanilla, so like that vanilla bombness from the Penelope comes out pretty strong. Eric says it may have to sit for a week or so before it really gets better. That's what I'm thinking too. It's probably got to mellow out and kind of blend in. We'll come back to it. What I'll probably do is we can do. I'll let it sit for till next Friday. We'll taste it next Friday and we'll do a giveaway and we'll send it off. And then that way you guys can try it too. If I had to guess the proof, I'm going to say it's probably like 109, 110 proof. If I had to guess. That's what it drinks like at least. I mean, shit, if you really think about it, like at least a third of it, the proof was above 120 proof. Maybe not a third. That might be extreme. Bro, my phone just heard me. It says, pulled up a Reddit thing. It says, why is high proof so sought after? It's crazy. Tuxedo Cat says we should do more duck races for anything. Just duck races for fun. Bro, I love the duck races. They are the shit. Bonding over Whiskey says, ought to send it somewhere to test the proof. I mean, you know I would, but we haven't got monetized yet. We may have the clout where Buffalo Trace is sending us some bottles, but we ain't making no money yet. And all my money goes to new bottles, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. But if I send it to you and you want to send it off, by all means. I mean, I like it so far. Like, it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. You know, like when you drink, what can I point out? For example, the Buffalo Trace lineup. They're sweet, right? But they're more sweet forward, and they're lower proof, so you're like, This is like a touch of sweet, a touch of oak, definitely vanilla Provident, and it has that proof on it where it's like, this is solid. This would make a solid old fashioned. Ms. Lopez says you can buy an alcohol proof hydrometer for like $10. They're decently accurate. Are they on Amazon? I didn't even know that was a thing. Let's look it up. That's pretty cool though, if that's a thing. You just make that up and now I'm looking it up, looking stupid. Fuck me. No, you're spot on. It's only like $10. I can have it here by Sunday. The question would be, how do I fucking read it? Damn, they got some serious ones on there though. Okay, I can do that. Eric says, I can test it if you send it to me. What I'll do is, because there's not too many people in here. And I think it'd be kind of cool. If I send it to you guys, though, I expect you to come call in on the live when we do it, where everybody tastes it out all together. If you don't want to call in, I don't want to send it to you. Mr. Lopez is like, yo, I make moonshine, so I use them. Bro, out here in the forest just making moonshine. Throw me for a loop, why don't you? Bonding over whiskey is like, send me 2 samples. Bloody's like, cheers. It's like, send it. Well, I think that sounds like a plan. I'll let it sit for a week. We'll let it chill. We'll let it mellow out. It's going to look cool on the shelf anyway, right?
This might answer your question. There are approximately 1,095,150 deaths per week across the globe.
What the fuck, Alexa? Stop listening. Bro, I'm not going to name it because she's going to listen to me again. She just randomly tells me that there's like 1 million deaths every day across the globe or some shit. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Eric says, I'll call in if I can figure out how. Tater Dom says, Mr. Lopez makes the legit moonshine, vouched. How do we know? How do we know? We don't even know if you're real. Mr. Lopez says they're accurate within a couple proof points. All I want to do is get in the realm, you know, to see, like, did it keep the higher proof? Or I did put, like, the equivalent to, like, 3 ounces or 4 ounces of the regular Buffalo Trace. I didn't measure it out. I just poured the rest of the bottle in. And it has more of just standard Buffalo Trace than any one other bottle. So that's why I'm like, that's 90 proof. It could have watered it down enough. I don't know. But I think the Jack Daniels being that 133, the Bardstown being 126.8, and the Wild Turkey being 116, Cask Strength Pipe Dreams like 116, all of those combined, I think kept the proof higher. It drinks higher. So, I mean, really that's all that matters is, like, how does it drink? You know what I mean? The proof point itself, it could say it's 80 proof if all it mattered. I did add in that Hibiki, though, at 86 proof, so. Eric says that's good for $10. Yeah, I didn't know. You guys are teaching me now. Bonnie says, I'll call in, usually shy, but I'll do it for something unique like this. I mean, at this point, we're all chatting already. The only one on camera is me, and I gotta be the ugliest one of all of us, you know? Bro, I woke up 30 minutes ago. Well, at this point, an hour and 30 minutes ago. Or I came out of a coma nap, just fighting. My wife looks at me, she goes, "You want an energy drink?" I said, I didn't even answer. I couldn't even like talk. I was like, fuck, I didn't make the stream live yet. Like normally I do it like a couple hours in advance so people could hit the notification button. Didn't even do that. I did it 30 minutes before the stream because I was just half asleep. Strat in the chat says, I'm late to the party, but I made it. Cheers, everyone. Well, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. You missed all the good stuff, Strat. I already sent out all the samples to everybody, so you missed it. I don't know what to tell you. We made an infinity bottle. It's pretty solid, though. We're going to let it age for a week. Tuxedo says, oh, I'm pretty ugly. Bro, Mark Duffy sent in his email for his like merch thing. Buddy cracked me up. I didn't see the email till like 4 in the morning. And I was out in the living room watching the kid, and I had a couple pours. I checked his email. I was like, I'd love a shirt, but you don't make my size. And I was like, I make up to like 3X. So I was just cheesing, going like, yo, this dude needs like a 6X shirt, and I can't give it to him. So he's like, I'll take a whiskey glass instead. So I was like, fuck, my bad. Did anybody get their merch yet, by the way? I know, I mainly Eric. Eric bought the house, but... Miss Lopez says, Tater Dom, I want to get some done before Vic's meetup so everyone can try. Who's Vic? Miss Lopez says, and you probably want to get the package that has the little graduated cylinder because you're going to need it. I don't know what you're talking about. I can hear myself echoing on my wife's phone. Well, fellas, I know Mr. Lopez isn't going to like this choice. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and end this stream, and I'm going to switch over to the vertical live stream. That way we can have some new people pop in. A lot of people don't find us on these wides because you have to search for it or be a subscriber. And apparently 1,000, almost 1,100 subscribers don't like the live. It's just you guys. I don't know what to tell you. But we're done with the infinity bottle. The final plans for this is I'm going to let it set for a week. Next Friday, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to have you guys send in your addresses, and I'll figure out how to get you some samples. I'll send out a sample to basically all the OGs. Sorry for anybody that's new. It's going to hurt everybody's feelings. But that basically is going to consist of Eric, Tuxedo Cat. We're going to throw Bonding Over Whiskey in there, even though I saw yesterday that he only has been subscribed for like 2 weeks, but my feelings ain't hurt. I'll send one to Mr. Lopez too if he shows up. Tater Dom if he actually sends an email. Bro, you know who's missing? Buto. I'm about to send out a little SOS for that guy. I don't know where he's been. Tater Dom says Vic equals Big Vic's Backyard BS on YouTube. I feel so old when people talk about YouTube shit, because I'm like, who the fuck are these people? I did go check out the guy you were talking about in the last stream. What's his name? Whiskey Row. The guy, I'm not saying his stream's bad by any means, so don't let me sound like I'm talking shit. He started talking about his fisheye camera thing, and I'm all about the cameras and like the logistics end of it. I wanted to throw my phone when he said he had a fisheye. So...
Where's the sound machine?
In the diaper bag, in the front pocket. Tuxedo Cat says, LOL, it's okay, I don't drink. What? Miss Lopez says, hate you so much. It's okay, I love you too. Bro, Mr. Lopez is the only one out here promoting a new time for the stream going, I hate you. Bonding Over Whiskey. No, I think you've been here enough that you can qualify. So I'm not going to send out 20 of these things, you know what I mean? But Strat says no hard feelings. I know I'm new here. I mean, you are new. You're like a week in. But I appreciate you being here. And if you're here long enough, you'll be able to get into that window. But my budget for these things are like maybe $100. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna have to order the little tester, the bottles. I'm gonna have to ship them off. Each person is gonna be easily $10 to ship it. But we'll make it happen. We'll make an event out of it. That's why I said if I'm gonna send it to you, you're popping on here, and you're gonna be on the live. We'll do a call-in show where everybody's gonna help Eric figure out his phone, and we're all gonna get on the live. But so that's the plans for the future with this bottle. After that, maybe we get crazy with it, and we'll. So there. Fuck, what is it called? There is a. I'll figure it out. We'll talk about it in the next stream. I don't remember what it was. It's basically like a barrel aging bag that you put in your bourbon. I can't remember it enough to like really talk about it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut down this stream. Give me 10 minutes. I'm gonna pop into the vertical live stream, and we can have some new people pop in that way as well. So I appreciate you tuning into this stream. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. I'm gonna get everything cleaned up. Maybe grab a slice of pizza or something, whatever. And I will see you guys in about, wait, what did he say? Bonnie Royce says, send mine in a water bottle, though US Postal will be $6. I mean, the weird thing is so like I ship stuff all the time for my photography business. I send photos, right? Because I do my own printing for photos. And the average person is $10. That's why I said that. Texas is probably $10 for me because I'm in Florida. That's what you got to remember. Like if you were in Florida, it would be $6. Tuxedo Cat says, see you soon. All right, fellas, I keep talking. That's my bad. I will see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to start a new one. So just go take a little pee break, grab yourself a snack, get yourself a pour, and then be back here in like 10, 15 minutes. Appreciate you. See you on the other side.